Hello, 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 hello. I need to switch something real quick. You know what? I'll keep this cat I drew. Yeah. I'll keep it like this. I'll keep it like this. Hello, Arturo. Welcome to the stream, and hello. Hang on, I need to do something real quick. You can hear me, right? This clear? I'm very far from the mic. I made some setting adjustment, so like you can listen to me like when I'm so far away from the mic. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. That's good. Nice. That's good. That's good. All right. Let me just use my phone as a chat. Right. I need to adjust this to up here. And there we go. And smaller. Make me smaller. Okay. There's a Honkai Star Rail stream again. But wait, let me just prepare my Star Rail. What's up, dude? Protagonist Lance, welcome to the stream again. Great to see you again, dude. Oh yeah, hang on. Pause this. Go to my YouTube. So today we'll be like watching some videos, right? So Cyrene, keeping like a preview for Cyrene Honkai Star Rail is already out. So let's watch it together. Which is this one. Quite insane. Right. Okay. Interesting. 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 Me. Mem. Yep. Interesting. That's my wife, dude. That's my wife.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cyrene in mem form.
I'm Cyrene in man form.
No, wait. You can speak human language.
Can you talk with them? Japanese cat. What? What?
Of course.
Oh, can I talk with them with mem language? I don't think I can.
I speak human language.
They speak human language.
Mr. Albert's mem sounds were so cute that I forgot to remind you.
Was this on purpose or was it an accident?
You can meow.
Any evil intentions?
Meow you.
Forget about the mem language. Let's not get the
Never mind. Right.
It's time to introduce today's star. Cyrene is an ice character following the path of
Remembrance.
naive and innocent mem to the youthful and lively Cyrene. She's accompanied everyone on this long journey.
That
Yeah.
soft but strong-willed girl with moments of wild.
Yeah. This guy. I like the English voice actor for Albert.
That's me.
The owl is
Using a
Albert.
basic attack, Cyrene deals ice
Oh
damage
my
to
gosh, she's so
one
beautiful.
designated enemy.
Pretty pink girls are all great archers.
Whoa.
Oh, is Master March holding archery classes in
March
Emporium?
7.
With her skill, Cyrene creates a zone
Creates a
that lasts for
zone that
turns
lasts
while the zone is
numbers of
active.
turns.
Each time an ally deals damage,
True damage.
true damage is inflicted.
Power creeping main MC and 3B.
After using her technique, Cyrene creates
3B
a special
E1
dimension
power
around
creep.
herself. Ally characters within the special dimension.
Oh my god, she's so pretty. She's ready for wedding, dude. She's ready for wedding. Oh my god.
And speed boost. Enemies within this dimension will enter this moment.
I just love the outfit design of this. I know, me too.
Upon entering
Oh my
battle
god, she's
with
so
enemies,
beautiful. She can
Cyrene will
float.
deploy her skill zone.
She can immediately deploy her skill when she uses her. Okay, I see. Use her technique before entering the battle.
While Cyrene is on the field, damage dealt by all allies increases.
By 20%. 20% is good enough.
When
See.
ally targets take action, future transforms into recollection.
How long does this even take to charge her ult? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do you even count this?
In addition, Cyrene can also gain recollection through using
Oh.
her basic attack and skill.
She gains
When she
3
gains 24
stacks.
recollection points,
24.
Cyrene can use
I
her
see.
ultimate.
With a
Oh my
heart
god,
full of
it's so beautiful. Look at this.
recollection, together
What is
we
this
shall
ultimate
resurrect
animation?
like any before.
Oh
When Cyrene
my
uses her
god.
ultimate for the first time, she
She's
activates
so
all teammates'
beautiful.
ultimates and dispels cross-control
Holy
debuffs of all
shit.
allies. Meanwhile, she transforms into her own memo sprite.
Whoa, I love this. I love this game. I love my wife, alright? I love my wife. Let me just take a screenshot of this. Wait. Wait, bruh. Let me take the screenshot properly. Bit higher. Save. There we go. Screenshot.
Wow.
Holy shit. She's mewing. She's mewing.
Own memo sprite.
Wow, look at this shit.
Someone in your
She's mewing.
cell.
Okay, that's a bit too fast. Hang on.
To her own memo sprite. Wow. Someone in
She's mewing. Cyrene silencing all the Cyrene haters. I remember she has an NPC version model. It's not technically it's not an NPC model. It's like a small, it's like a Pokemon evolution. Wait, is it a turn-based game? Yes, it is a turn-based game. Honkai style. Hang on, Cyrene. Right, Cyrene. She looks like this. It's like a second evolution. So so this is her second evolution. It's like Pokemon, you know. She became from this to this to this. It's like a third evolution right now. She has evolved. I think I like the outfit better on that one. I know, right? They could have made her playable, you know. She has a good outfit here over here. I like this one too. But I like all of it, you know. I like all of it. The second one, I know the second one. Yeah, the second one. This one, right? The second evolution. Yeah, we might never get this design back again, to be honest. Because understanding Hoyoverse, they were like already got this. So I don't think they will bring back the Cyrene again. Hang on. Let me just go to my where is this? She's smogging us, guys. She's smogging. She's wait. She's smogging these Cyrene haters. She appeared in the multiverse looking scene, didn't she? Wait, what? Where? Where? How do I not know that?
Finally fly like Mem.
After transforming, Cyrene can use her even more
After transforming,
powerful enhanced basic attack.
enhance basic attack to love and tomorrow. That sounds like a. Oh my god.
Use ice damage to
Lyrics.
eliminate the enemy target and all enemies while she gains recollection.
Oh
And when
my
she
god.
transforms, she will immediately deploy her skill zone. The zone's effects are permanent.
Permanent.
And the temple.
Turning back to the crazy visual part. Oh, you mean her ultimate animation?
The recollection. In addition, Cyrene can also gain recollection through using her basic attack and skill. When she's gained 24 recollection points, Cyrene can use her ultimate.
Yeah, she did appear.
Together we shall
She did
resurrect
appear.
any-
as a second small one. Yeah.
When Cyrene uses her
Small
ultimate for the
Cyrene.
first time, she activates all teammates' ultimates and dispels
She power creep all the energy regeneration characters. That's crazy.
into her own memo sprite.
Oh my god, I love this one. Oh my god, I'm so ghosting. Oh my god, let me just... Oh my god, fuck you, YouTube Premium. I don't have YouTube Premium. Oh my god, she looks so pretty here. I'm so ghosting. It was that one, floating glasses. Wait, what? Yeah, I know. I use this one there. Yeah, you could see from the memories. Yeah, it is.
Wow, summon on yourself.
That's her ultimate animation, by the way.
After transforming, Cyrene can use her even more powerful enhanced basic attack,
Whoa.
which deals ice damage to a designated enemy target, and all the enemies while she
Insane.
gains recollection. And when she transforms, she will immediately deploy her skill zone. The zone's effects are permanent.
Insane.
And the temple I build becomes even prettier.
Wow.
Compliment me.
Once you
Compliment
gain
her. You are so beautiful, right?
points, Memo Sprite Cyrene can immediately use her skill. Memo Sprite
Whoa.
Cyrene's skill
Whoa.
namely this ode to all lives
Whoa.
that can be used on allies, and Minuet of Blooms and Plumes that can be used on enemies.
Whoa.
When
That's
using
so
Minuet of
beautiful.
Blooms and Plumes, Memo Sprite Cyrene deals ice damage to all enemies.
Real cool, I know,
Remember to
right?
wish upon a shooting star.
Holy
Using this
shit.
ode to all lives, Memo Sprite Cyrene can increase the damage dealt by a target ally.
Holy shit.
When the target of the Memo Sprite skill, this ode to all lives, is a Chrysosaur, the ability's effect will be replaced by a special blessing effect.
Special blessing effect.
Explain this part to everyone.
It's finally my turn to shine.
Here's the beautiful Miss Carmilla.
Hello again, most charming Miss Mem.
Ah, yes.
Let me host this part on behalf of Mr. Albert.
Okay.
The
Oh
unfortunate
my
situation
god.
is that every
Each
Chrysos
dedicated
Heir
Chrysos
will
hair's
provide a
buff.
total of 14 exclusive buffs to her 13 Chrysos Heir friends and herself.
Bro, we already have a playable god. Like, we already have a playable god already. So this is a... Yeah, pretty much this is a goddess, yeah. Goddess. And we have a god before, and now we have a goddess, yeah. When used on Aglaya, causes Aglaya to gain romantic. Immediately stacks Garment Maker Memo Sprite talent speed boost effect and to its max. After Aglaya and Garment Maker uses an attack, consumes romantic and regenerates energy, increase damage dealt by Aglaya Garment Maker and ignores a certain proportion of target defense. That sounds like a huge buff.
Using the Memo Sprite skill on Aglaya, Aglaya's combat flow will be much smoother.
It's way faster now. They can ult faster now.
May romance never be absent.
Okay, this
After using
using on 3B causes damage dealt by 3B to ignore defense by certain percentage. 3B launches follow-up attack triggers additional damage 3B zone. It further deals one is oh my god, that is also about
the
right.
Memo Sprite skill on Treeby can deal more
That's
damage
kinda
to
insane.
enemies in the current battle.
May passage never have farewells.
After using
On my day, remove CC debuffs. Oh my god, why? Why? Anyway, if my day is in Vendetta state, he automatically use one instead of Godslayer Begot without consuming charge. That is kind of big, so my day's crit damage increase during this attack. If target gets defeated before the use, then you will target the newly arriving enemy's target instead. If my day is not on in the Vendetta state at this point, then advances my day actions. That's
skill
crazy.
on Mighty, he can immediately take action. If he is in the Vendetta state, he can unleash a crit damage boosted version of Godslayer Be Gone.
Wow.
May strife be crowned king.
After using the Memo
Oh my god, this is the huge stuff here. It is very insane for Cyrene, castaways here, right? When used on castaways, new butt can overflow. Oh my god, she can overflow her ultimate, right? When summoning her Memo Sprite, which is the Netherwing the Dragon, consume offload new butt increases the damage multiplier. Oh my god. It multiplier of the damage dealt by a certain percentage for every 1% of the overflow value consumed when the summon and wing triggers ability effect on its talent. Wing sweep the runes. If there's a certain number of enemy targets on the field, the damage multiplier additionally increased by a certain percent. Oh my god, that is actually insane. Thank god I have a cast this, but I don't have much, which is Evernight, so
Sprite skill on Casterus, the upper limit of new bud is doubled in the current battle.
insane.
Another wing can deal more damage.
May life and death sprout new buds.
After using the Memo Sprite skill on Anaxa, his damage frequency and strength will increase.
May reason enlighten the truth.
When Hyacinth
Wait, I did not look at Anaxa. When used on Anaxa, recovers skill point for allies. Wow. Allows Anaxa to take action again. He really can get another action from his talent, and he can do another action. Oh my god, that's really, really good. Of his skill damage instances for 1 turn. The next time Anaxa uses a basic attack or skill, he gains true knowledge, increases the attack and skill damage dealt by all it do. Whoa! That would be so helpful for the Hurtado. Should I get Anaxa? Nah, never mind.
increase.
May reason enlighten the truth.
When Hyacinth is on the team, little
When Hyacinth is on the team, uses Memo Sprite. Ode to the Sky. When used on Hyacinth, we generate energy for Hyacinth. When Hyacinth has Order to Sky, it's providing healing. Additionally, increase the healing value for E-cast Memo Sprite skill by amount equal percentage. After healing value this time, after Hyacinth consumes, he uses skill or ultimate because it wants like auto score. Interesting.
Pika will deal even more damage after Cyrene uses her Memo Sprite
Interesting.
skill. If Cyrene uses the skill on Hyacinth, it can also regenerate energy for her.
May the sky heal the twilight.
After using the Memo
Cyphera. When it's used on Cyphera, increase the damage dealt by Cyphera, decrease the defense of the patron, defense of the patron, and decrease the defense of the patron, and decrease the defense of enemy targets. Depending how much percent, so can't say if it's good or not. So
Sprite skill on Cypher can reduce the defense of all enemies, especially
20%.
in battle. And she outputs
I think that's a bit
increased
good. Yeah, that's a bit good. I know it's not as good as the others, but
damage. After using the Memo Sprite skill on Finon,
yeah, this is also kind of insane with Finon, right? When used on Finon Caslana, right, gains a certain number of core flames, eternal reduction. Pretty much he can increase crit damage to a percentage and also increases his crit rate. And his transform to his ultimate does not end until he dies, until he ran out of HP. And refreshes all Caslana extra turns, right? Because it does not end. And Scourge at the start of Caslana extra turns, Caslana consumes an amount of HP equal the percentage of its HP. After using an attack, deals multiple instant or additional damage, an instance of dealing fire additional damage to one random enemy. That's so big.
get core flames and will not exit his transformation after transforming. In his transformed state, his combat capabilities will be boosted based on the number of surplus core flames.
May world-bearing ignite the dawn.
After using the memo
Using
sprite
on
skill-
Hyacinth, right? When used on Hyacinth, she gains a flowing warmth. After Hyacinth uses an attack, consume flowing warmth and regenerate energy for this unit. In this battle, increase damage dealt by Hyacinth after Hyacinth use basic or skill to attack and or to attack enemy target. Causes dots to currently applied on the attack enemy targets to immediately produce damage equal to different percentage. That is also good. She can like carry the dot team now.
Hyacinths Hycealians can activate her ultimate faster.
Oh my god, they are running no sustain.
In the current battle, she can also deal DOT more frequently
Wow.
on enemies.
May the ocean strum a feast.
After using the
After using a Surge, increases crit damage with a character with military merit. After the main ends, Sarija gains 1 point of charge.
Memo
Interesting.
Sprite skill on Saridra, the character with military merit can more quickly launch another coup de main in the battle after the first.
Interesting.
May Law walk into the stars.
After using
on Aeronite, increases damage dealt by every Memo Sprite skill. Dream, Dissolving, and Steel. After Aeronite uses skill or ultimate, additionally gains Memoria. The crit damage boost per effect provided by the skill is further increased. Oh my god, I think I'm cooked. I don't even have Aeronite. Because I lost my 50-50, right? So the skill is further increased by an amount equal to a certain percentage of Aeronite's crit damage. I see.
the Memo Sprite skill on Everknight's damage output and support abilities in battle will be increased, and the damage rotation will be smoother.
May Time watch over the Evernight.
Interesting.
Whenever
Dang Heng. Okay, let's see. When Cyrene uses Memomite's skill to like give to Dang Heng, right? The next several attacks of Soul Dragon additional damage bond-mate type equal to certain proportion of bond-mate shield effect. When Dang Heng holds the skill, the bond-mate deals more damage. The bond-mate deals more damage, so pretty much if she buffs Dang Heng, and Dang Heng buffs gives his summon to Finon, the Finon deals more damage. I see. Additionally, Advanced Soul Dragon also can advance Soul Dragon action. The Soul Dragon next action gains and enhanced effects of Dang Heng per master turret ultimate and increased shield effect provided by the Soul Dragon. Does not consume enhancement charge of Dang Heng ultimate. I see.
Promancer Terrai is on the team, Cyrene's Memo Sprite skill enhances the damage dealt by the Bondmate and Soul Dragon. Using the Memo Sprite skill on Dong Hung PT also further increases his protective ability.
I see.
Earth protects the road ahead.
After using the Memo Sprite skill
On Trailblazer, right? Increases Trailblazer's remembrance attack by certain percentage of Cyrene max HP. And increases Trailblazer remembrance crit rate by certain percentage of Cyrene's crit rate. This effect also applies to Mem. After Trailblazer uses enhanced basic attack in the battle, he immediately gains 1 extra. Oh yeah, because the MC is getting a kit rework after this next patch. Oh yeah, so Cyrene now replace the true damage taking, right? And the MC has a kit change right now, so I see. So in uses enchant basic this battle, immediately gains 1 extra turns. Uses Minuet of Blues and Plumes. If target was defeated before this ability is used, it will be used on nearly. Okay, I see.
The Trailblazer and Mem can deal more damage in the current battle.
Oh yeah, they're getting a rework. Look at this.
Trailblazer uses
Kit rework here.
Attack. Memo Sprite Cyrene will immediately use Minuet of Blooms and Plumes.
May
I
the
see.
Trailblaze fulfill the promise of love.
Oh my god, our card actually looks so badass, guys. Have you see this shit? Oh my god.
Cyrene will obtain stories after she summons her Memo Sprite and uses.
Other Cyrene gains recollection for each different teammate. When Cyrene uses Minute Blooms of Blooms, in addition it deals 1 instant of ice damage based on Cyrene's max HP on 1 at random enemy. When after Cyrene uses her ultimate, or when Cyrene is summoned, gains 1. Okay, this is block is definitely Elijah, right? His summon gains 1 story. When story reaches 3 points, consume all story to immediately gain 1 extra turn or automatic use Minute of Blooms of Blooms. I see.
The Memo Sprite skill. With the required number of stories, Memo Sprite Cyrene will
Can
immediately act and use Minuet of Blooms
use
and Plumes.
huge
The more
owl.
our teammates provide recollection, the more damage Minuet deals.
Insane.
May the world.
Oh my god, she's so pretty with this artwork too. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's so pretty.
We wish. Let this story that began with love also end with love.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love her.
Let's sum it up. Miss Cyrene Cyrene can provide teammates with many different powerful support effects, which are highly effective in different teams. As long as Miss Cyrene is present, all allies can deal increased damage. Her skill can also cause all allies' attacks to deal additional true damage.
So it's kind of similar to like Castory's global passive whenever she's on the team. No, it's actually not global passive. It's way different.
Her own and her teammates' actions, Miss Cyrene can use her ultimate, activate all allies' ultimates, and transform into a Memo Sprite. As a Memo Sprite, Miss Cyrene can use 2 different Memo Sprite skills to either deal damage to enemies or to increase damage dealt by her teammates. If the teammate who receives the Memo Sprite skill buff is a Chrysos heir, or if there are Chrysos heirs on the team, Miss Cyrene will provide exclusive buffs to enhance the role of each Chrysos heir friend in battle.
I see.
To sum up the summary, don't mess with beautiful girls with pink hair.
Don't mess with beautiful girls with pink hair. Remember what happened last patch, alright guys?
These goth fanatics don't seem to agree and are demanding a fight.
Then let's show 'em a thing or two.
Oh my god, they are all the same color, I just realized. Pink, pinkish but more purple. I just realized, remember?
Then let
You know what, hang on, I need to take a screenshot of this.
Goth fanatics don't seem to agree and are demanding a fight.
Alright. Wait, I pressed the wrong button, right? I just realized they pink, purple. That do has a pink inside this. Pink. They are all pinks, okay?
then let's show 'em a thing or two.
The pink, the quantum
Use
pink
techniques
meta.
And enters battle fully prepared.
Okay.
Thanks to the effects of Cyrene's technique, Cyrene deploys her skill zone upon entering battle. This makes the team's attacks deal additional true damage. They strike by the iron tide, continuously dealing damage. Thanks to Cyrene's talent, the team can deal even greater damage
Wow.
while Cyrene is on the field. Due to the effects of Cyrene's traces,
That is actually big though.
after her speed reaches a certain threshold, damage dealt by allies is further increased. Under the squad's devastating assault, the enemy is beaten to a pulp.
Still, the enemy refuses to submit, planning to attack while the squad's on cooldown. But Miss Cyrene won't give the opponent that chance. Miss Cyrene and her teammates previously...
Oh my god, they have to charge up her ultimate with fast speed. That's crazy. After a noise specification, there's 1, 2, 3. When there's 1, 2, 3 Chrysos or remembers right character aside from Cyrene in the team, gains 1, 2, 6. Oh, I see.
His actions granted her recollection, and now she's fully stacked with it. She unleashes her ultimate, summoning the Memo Sprite, and immediately...
They had to speed up the video to like
She uses her...
get to charge her ult. Bill got his brain rotted by mem. Agreed. If you laugh, Iron Tomb actualizes. Don't laugh, guys.
Memo Sprite skill on Miss Castress and Miss Evernite, boosting their combat capabilities. Her own special blessing is also triggered. She immediately gains 1 extra turn and uses
Goodbye.
minuet of plumes, destroying the
Kaboom.
enemy.
The second wave of enemies arrives. This time, the enemy's even tougher. But the squad isn't worried. Thanks to Cyrene's blessings, the team has never been more powerful. Thanks to the effects of Cyrene's Memo Strike skill, Evernight's damage and support capabilities have been boosted.
Damn.
Also obtains Ode Disguise. This allows little Ika to deal more damage. Cyrene's zone is now permanently activated. With the added effect of true damage, the enemy is already barely holding on.
Damn.
Cassius consumes 200% of new blood to summon Netherwing, and with Cyrene's blessing, Netherwing is capable of dealing massive damage. In one cataclysmic explosion, the enemy is completely reduced to ashes. Ah,
Damn.
that's a wrap.
Good riddance.
Good riddance. Man.
Actually, since you now have a human form, why did you come on this show as ma'am?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
because
why?
If I showed up in this form, I'd get to hear Mr. Albert speak in mem language.
Mem language.
Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Did Mr. Albert demonstrate again? Recording on.
Oh, don't you even think about it.
Aw, so mean.
Well, actually, it's because I started this Amphorius journey with you two as mem. So I wanted to say farewell as mem too.
What do you mean by farewell?
Just as every story has an ending.
Oh my god. If Saudi fucking kills this, kill her again, I'm going to cook her out.
Your journey in Amphorius must help.
Sayonara, Elijah, alright? Sayonara, Elijah.
We'll send
Never
back to
again.
And
Then will we see each other again?
as long as our tales are still sung, we will always be able to reunite in memories. Ah, we're almost out of time. So, let's give a final callback.
Final callback?
Farewell, Mr. Silver-Tongued Owl, and Miss Diligent and Headstrong Intellitron.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, there's so many Herta. There's so many Herta. Oh my god, what's going on with this? Wait. They're speaking something here. Baby Herta. Wait. Herta is here. They're speaking with Herta now.
Down.
Thank you both for your contributions on
Oh
this
my
journey.
god.
Conclusion.
Conclusion? You can happily clock off. Now it's time for the Cosmic Alliance to make preparations. You two weren't bad. I'll use you next time as well.
Yay.
This off the landing.
Let bro have a break, dude. Bro is about to die. Oh my god. Okay. Then now I'm doubting, right? That I'm doubting there will be like a. I'm doubting there's like a. Mr. Pokey video, right? Let's watch. Because there's like a creator server for like Hoyo creators. Yeah, this one. Oh, I don't know why, but it's already watched. Right? Message to the Doom posters. Let's see. Holy shit, this is a real meta. Whoa, is not. She is not. Mid. She is not mid. Oh my god, look at that damage that we are dealing.
This will be my highest effort early access video I've
Highest
ever done
effort.
in my entire life. It's probably gonna be longer than my longest 45-minute Sunday early access from back in those days. So, whew,
Bro is
very tired.
tired. Look at his face, bro. He is tired. I can tell. Get some rest, bro.
for myself and my editors, smash the subscribe, like button, share all the kind of stuff.
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
your
like.
comments below. Hey guys, Mr.
Props
Review
to
from
this
the
guy.
future. I think it's been we've been working on this guy for like more than like I think 96 hours at this point. This is gonna be a part one of a
Part one. Part one. Listen to this. Oh my god, there's a lot.
part series for everything you know about Cyrene. So just expect this to be like a 5-part video series for everything
Five-part.
to come for Cyrene. This is just part one. Look forward to more for future updates. As the Era Nova approaches its final chapter, Cyrene is gonna be our latest version 3.7.
I see.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna do a normal intro anymore because we all know this is pretty much one of, if not the most anticipated
I see.
early access reviews in HSI history.
Yep.
Everything you need to know about Cyrene, it will be here for every single Chrysos hair, every single endgame, every single team up, rotation, ultimate. Is she mid? Is she bad? How good is she? Should you pull her? And I do also intend to make even more follow-up videos before the actual live server. You know how they called me Mr. Anomaly in the YouTube comments for the amount of anomaly arbitration videos I made in the past couple of, I think, 6 weeks? But you might as well call me Mr. Cyrene Deluxe Ultra Pro.
Mr. Cyrene
Always
Ultra
version
Pro,
2.0
right?
Because I am gonna make my anomaly arbitration grind look like child's play. So without further ado, let's get into today's content. So in summary, this is gonna be the very first thing I'm gonna say is that holy, the amount of doom posting was so exaggerated. I might sound like I'm coming off as like a show I got paid like $1 billion to say good thing about Cyrene, but I don't really think I need to represent or prove anyone wrong, because the moment she comes out on the live server, you can just see it for yourselves if she's gonna be worth it for you. I couldn't even
Yeah,
tell
it
people
depends
who
on your
the same
account if it
and I
works
have no
or
idea how
yeah.
the narrative got spun to the degree where she's literally unplayable without E2, because from everything done in the E0 baseline, she is a pretty much direct upgrade for
Direct upgrade for pretty much every single Chrysos area, except a few. And no, it's not final.
single, pretty much almost every single Chrysos hair, less a few, and that's not even final. Don't worry about it for now because I will be showing you guys every single team I've tested with Cyrene, which is every single Chrysos hair. So in any case, yes, Cyrene is pretty much the Mavuika of Emphorius, where she takes the Chrysos hair to the next level. But the biggest concern is basically what happens after version 3 and what's gonna be happening from version 4 in the future, right? So let's jump straight into the credit kit right now. I'm going to go for a different
Chrysos hair
this time because this buffs, like the Chrysos hair buffs, they are the single most important aspect for Cyrene, which is exactly what
applies one buff to ally character. When the character is Chrysos hair, the target gains a special effect. When the character is not Chrysos hair, increase damage dealt by 2 turns.
For your Chrysos hair. And after the buff summary, then we can actually get into the actual kit itself and how she gets ultimate, skill, recollection, so on and so forth.
I see.
So the Chrysos hair buff is going to be an exclusive support, a little bit similar to, you know, the exclusive support for casters' global passive. Well, Cyrene is not going to be a global passive, so this is
okay, so she's not a global passive,
her
right?
ultimate and Mimo
Applies a buff to designated ally character when the character is not Chrysos hair. Oh, this is the same thing.
support skill is going to be exclusive,
all in one,
all combined into one. But we will just structure this as the Chrysos air buff section because you'll pretty much exclusively run Cyrene with all of the other Chrysos hairs. Yes, she might be a little bit of a favorite, she hates everyone else and she only likes Chrysos hairs. So after using Cyrene's ultimate, you can choose a Chrysos hair in which you can get these following respective buffs. First things first, you can definitely tell Hoyo went all out on her budget. I mean, just look at this screen over here.
All out budget, dude.
Of course, with all things in life, not everyone here is going to be treated the exact same, and some comps here will definitely perform better than others. Generally speaking, I will show this as what the buffs do as well as my personal experience playing with them, and I'm going to be splitting them into two main things, which is the main DPS heirs as well as the secondary heirs, right? So we have 6 main DPS heirs, and those are going to be Aglaia, Maide, Anexa, Pestrus, Hyacinth, and Phynon. And the secondary heirs will include RMC, Tribi, Hyacinth, Cypher, Servidra, and DHPT. Evernight would then be treated as both a main DPS and sub DPS or secondary
hero. Evernight is like
in a
side by
if you
side.
do not need the Chrysos heir as a buff, you can basically just use Cyrene's own personal Mimo spread attack, which is where she shoots the arrow against all of the targets, especially in an Evernight and Castrius team, where she'll deal a very high amount of stuff as well as a high amount of recollection stacks. So you can take a look at this table over here. I'm just gonna list it down side by side. For RMC, you pretty much don't have to worry about it, just say for main DPS.
72? Wait, what? Effect. Wait, what am I doing? Wait, what did I just press?
And sub DPS or secondary hair herself in a Castrius team. So if you do not need the Chrysos heir as a buff, you can basically just use Cyrene's own personal Mimo spread attack, which is where she shoots the arrow against all of the targets, especially in an Evernight and Castrius team, where she'll deal a very high amount herself as well as a high amount of recollection stacks. So you can take a look at
effects. 60% of attack based on Cyrene HP. 72 create buff based on Cyrene create. Wow.
this table over here. I'm just going to list it down side by side. For RMC, you pretty much don't have to worry about it. Just say for main DPS, that's pretty much it. For Aglaia, it's a
36% defend ignore. Oh my god. That's a huge ass buff.
One-time instant max stacks of 6 out of 6 for a Gun Maker or 7 out of 7 if you bought her Idolence. One-time 70 energy and a permanent 72 damage and 36% defense ignore, assuming you do not leave your supreme state. Now this is a very good upgrade. Definitely gonna be able to replace Sunday. So Aglaia means over here.
Even replace Sunday. I see.
Don't really have the core build at all, and it completely replaces Aglaia's old version 2 teams, and that's gonna be your Sunday, Robin, as well as Huohuo. And up next for Tribi is gonna be a permanent buff for a
perma buff.
There's no 12% defense ignore and 1 additional damage. So it's gonna be.
Oh my god, the additional damage stack though. Hey, imagine another additional damage stack and from Cyrene to. Oh my god, imagine the damage that you can deal with that. Oh my god, think about it.
Kind of okay for niche hyper carry, but most of the time you're not going to be using this because all of the defense ignore is just for Tribi's personal damage, right? And then next is going to be My Day. It's going to be a one-time thing similar to Aglaia. Remove crowd control, which why? One God Slayer instantly with 200%.
I also asked why, dude.
The second half is pretty much gonna be unused. This is also gonna be a very good upgrade. Definitely gonna be able to replace your Sunday in a.
Also replaces Sunday again. That's crazy. Sunday power creep patch.
Midas specifically, I've also tried him out with a little bit of Cervidra, but I'll talk about it a little bit later in the future. Right, jumping next is gonna be a Caceres. This is gonna be a permanent buff similar to
Oh my god, this is too OP.
Trippy, where you get a overflow new buff with a 0.24% multiplier for each 1% overflow, additional damage for 2 or lesser target. Now this is extremely good, super good. Definitely gonna be able to upgrade your Trippy, and this also does have the inherent second highest value due to Avenite's inclusion with the Cyrene and Caceres Remembrance flagship team comp, right? And then for our next side, it's gonna be a single time similar to Mighty, 1 skill point, instant action, just like a Sunday of action value advance.
Also a big upgrade for
Anaxa.
Anaxa. Also another big upgrade for Anaxa, which is crazy.
Absolutely exceptional, ultra giga upgrade, and you
I see.
completely replace Sunday. You will
That's
never
so
ever get Sunday
cool.
ever again once you get this on with the next.
It gets
And
another.
jumping next is gonna be Hyacinth. Now do note that for Hyacinth specifically, there are 2 different portions of the buff. One is the passive buff, where she actually gets this by herself. You don't even have to cast the buff on Hyacinth, and you can just completely get this. And the other buff is gonna be giving her the additional 24 energy, right? So you can see over
Whoa,
here,
24 energy makes her faster to make Caceres
Time
charge faster,
Caceres
right?
Hyper energy funding, you could consider giving Cyrene more charge to Hyacinth just for a little bit more energy, which in turn then charges Caceres new buff.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Let's
say.
go back for Cyrene's
Oh
personal
my
buff,
god.
right? So on jumping next is going to be Cypher, also going to be a permanent buff. Damage dealt by
Cypher.
Cypher increased by 26%, and a permanent defense down 20% on the main target and 12%.
Yeah, she
on
lacks a
others. Now, this is gonna be
DPS.
very nice due to a pretty much permanent 20% defense down buff.
She could
especially
run
on
with
target. But the
Hyslins and
unfortunate thing
Aglaya
is
too.
Cypher lacks a Chrysos Air main DPS to run with because she is mostly more synergistic with units like Acheron as well as Facial, which are definitely not going to be running with our fragrant Cyrene, right? She does have a couple of potential with Aglaya and Hyslins, but generally speaking, not going to be your best in slot option. And up next is going to be the man of the hour himself, Mr. Finon, permanent buff as well, permanent buff. So +6 core flame up to 72% crit damage for every core flame more than 12, crit rate 16%, as well as staying in ultimate mode pretty much the entire time for the rest of the game as long as you do not die, right? You also do an additional 5 times 10% fire damage multiplier, but consumes 15% of your current HP at the end of the turn. Now, for finals specifically, I have a whole other chapter for just for every single one of these trials here. I have a whole other chapter.
Unfortunately, so tailor-made support. Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, it's pretty much like universal support for every Chryso Harris.
100 effective speed Cyrene, and if you can pull it off, this is actually a massive damage increase over time.
You need to maintain 200 speed Cyrene if you want to run with Finon. But unfortunately, I don't have a Cervidra, and I don't even have Sunday, so that'll be a bit problem. But I can run with Bronya. I could try with Bronya because I think I could try with Bronya because she was similar to like
longer in the course of the battle.
I want to
Every
ask
single
though.
time you would use Sunday and Cervidra, which is going to give you the ultimate and very easily at wave 0. The more the battle drags on, the more frequently Finon will lose the ultimate state, and as such, you're going
Also,
to be
welcome to
missing
the stream,
a lot
Mas.
more damage compared to if you just use Cyrene and you just slam meteors 24/7 all the time. And then for Hyacinth, it's a single time. Just going to be a single time. Not
Oh
permanent.
yeah, that
70
is
energy 100.
slightly upgrade over Kafka in AoE with 3B, right? So Hyacinth with Eagle tutorial, Kafka is comparable.
20% of the damage dealt, DOT proc for 60% using basic and 80% for skill. For pretty much every single time you are going to be using your skill. So this is a pretty decent upgrade, a very slight upgrade over Kafka in area of effect with Tribi Hyacinth. But Eagle tutorial Kafka is still extremely good for Hyacinth. So I personally would not worry about this that much. And then next is going to be Cervidra, which is going to be a 30% crit damage buff, as well as gaining 1 charge after coup ends. Now this is very good, exceptionally good. Always use it for Cervidra, whatever you want to do, use Cervidra with other DPS, because it essentially reduces the number of charge required from 6 to 5, which is actually insane, right? So mainly, you're going to be seeing her quite frequently in Finon, sometimes with Anaxa. And then jumping next is going to be for Avenite, permanent buff as well. Damage dealt increased by 80% from Memory Price skill, as well as additional Memoria, as well as plus 12% damage boost from
Ultra Giga update for Avenite too.
Exceptional increase, ultra Giga upgrade, and you completely replace Tribi, which combining this with Caceres is going to form the entire structure of our Remembrance flagship, running Cyrene, Caceres, Evernight, as well as Hyacinth, right? And for Cyrene herself, it's going to be 1 times 60% ice damage. 3 story allows for 1 extra turn to use 1 more of the Memo Sprite AoE attack, which is automatically used. You don't have to worry about it at all. And for DHPD, he does also have a passive 24% damage buff, so you don't have to cast it on DHPD and you still have it. But you also have a 1-time buff of 3 additional damage for your Soul Dragon, as well as 100% action value advance for your Soul Dragon, and buffs for 150% of your original shield. Interesting. Most of the time, and pretty much you also don't have to worry about DHPD, because the only times you're going to be using DHPD most likely is going to be running Final, and Final is just going to be focused on Final and Saridra. So at this point, I will pretty much dive into each individual unit in the greater details later on the team's segment, but for summary, Evernight as well as Alexa stands to gain the most for Cyrene's buffs, followed by
gains the
who
most.
makes use of Evernight the most, and then Aglaia and Maide. Hyacinth has a slight upgrade in DOT, and everyone else in Cyrene team such as support does not require Cyrene's ultimate buffs or are simply anti-synergistic. Special shout out to Saridra alongside Phanon. If you do have Saridra with Phanon, you can see that the buffs of Saridra is also going to be absolutely exceptional. And as I mentioned, Hyacinth holds a special role with Cyrene. You can see from the asterisk at the table over there, in a sense where any team that can make use of Hyacinth will be able to make use of Cyrene much better, and the reason for which is pretty much going to be explained the kid later. Now, while Hyacinth is definitely going to be very synergistic with Cyrene, I just want you guys to know that Hyacinth is actually not a must for Cyrene teams, especially not a must in DPS, especially after I tested out in the future video where I essentially ran Cyrene with DHPD on the.
I still have so many questions. She buffs some certain units, so pretty much she buffs like she's a universal buffer for the 3.0 to 3.7 patch characters. 3.0 to 3.7 characters, pretty much the whole three updates. Yeah.
The Alexa, Aglaia, Phanon, right? So these 3 attacks doing DPS, because they were not using highs in the first place. What ended up happening, I'm just gonna save it for the future video, but generally speaking, if your current Chrysos Hair is a HP scaling DPS, namely Maide as well as Castries or Evernight, that these 3 will still use Hyacinth with or without Cyrene, right? So to dispel one of the biggest misconceptions, no, you definitely do not need Hyacinth for every single team if you're gonna be running with Cyrene with it.
Yeah.
As such, every single Chrysos Hair in a sense can be utilized with Cyrene, even though Phanon does have a little bit more of a problem out of all of the main DPS, but that is not even going to be an issue the moment you know how to actually play him. For the secondary areas, you should only run a single sustain for team building. This way, HP will pretty much almost never see play with Cyrene aside from Phanon truly putting the H in Hyacinth star rail. So with the buffs being established, let's just jump straight into Cyrene's actual kit, which is actually extremely straightforward, despite having pretty much the longest kit description I've ever seen in my entire life. To sum it up in a single sentence,
longest kit. You need to read.
Followed by getting her ultimate, then you follow by spending
how to play how to play Cyrene. Spam skill, get ult, spam EBA,
etc, etc. So your basic attack, you can completely ignore this. You're going to be spamming your skill every single time until you get an ultimate. And then for your enhanced basic attack, it's going to be where you get into the ultimate state. Just use this and then go, because this will be the only attack after you cast the ultimate. So super easy. And then for a skill, it's going to be 24% true damage buff, just like E1 Tribi, but you do not have the smart targeting between the minions and excess damage for the boss. So that's going to be that. And the duration is also calculated the exact same as a Tribi skill. You will spam this as much and as frequently as possible to get your ultimate up as soon as possible, in which you can only use enhanced basic for the rest of the fight. Now, key thing to know in mind is that if you do want to hit the 200 speed, you can.
Especially if you want to hit the 200 speed on Cyrene.
And then go for 3
action in one cycle with 200 speed. That is actually quite fast.
Which will then cast your skill 3 times, and generally speaking, you should be able to get your 24 stacks for pretty much every single day. And then for our ultimate is wholly team-wide.
Okay.
Ultimate elevation, absolutely insane. And yes, this is not just energy, it includes your Nuba such as Castries herself. She does have a personal 50% crit rate buff over here, so building Cyrene 50% crit rate will guarantee your personal damage once you are going to be in your ultimate state, and she can only use EBA for the rest of the fight, and this
she is better than Tribi,
giving you even more recollection. And once you reach this stage, everything else for Cyrene is going to be 1,000 million times smoother before the ultimate, so pat yourself on the back, you have pretty much finished the most difficult part of using Cyrene. On the flip side, not getting to your ultimate state is going to be a massive...
Not getting your Cyrene ultimate state is a massive bummer, which is units like Phanon using DHPD as a sustain are anti-R by Hyacinth and everyone else.
Which is why units like Final and using DHP as sustain are generally going to be NTR by Hyacinth.
Interesting words to use.
Towards this, so we're going to be talking about it a little bit later. Now, very, very important for this point, depending on the teams you're going to be using Cyrene in, her ultimate usage will be differing between each team. Generally speaking, the AI will pick the right targets, but it is highly, highly recommended to use manual with Cyrene's ultimate, since you can hold your recollection all the way up to 24 stacks, and you can time exactly when you want to cast your Cyrene's ultimate for the respective Chrysos. So stay tuned for the team comp session to discuss each individual team, who to use and when to use Cyrene's ultimates with. But generally speaking, as a rough guideline, permanent buffs once, followed by your main DPS. Hyacinth and DHP buffs that are pretty much very, very rarely seen, except for some very super niche situation for Hyacinth getting more energy, but don't worry about it. And then jumping into Cyrene's talent, aside from the permanent 20% damage buff, this is
increase another 20%.
Pretty much how you collect recollection with Cyrene. All units inclusive of Mimo sprites will gain in the future. One action is one future, which is going to be your one recollection. Now, the future is not consumed for Mimo sprites with your trace one, which is absolutely massive for Hyacinth as well as Avalon. And future only after Cyrene takes action, so your unit's acting twice before Cyrene, you cannot get 2 recollection stacks. But that being said, your Cyrene is usually going to be the fastest unit in your entire team, so unless you have a 5 billion speed E2, I don't know what's going to be, rocket launcher, there's pretty much no way that unit can actually lap Cyrene.
What the hell is this good?
Action for that.
Just pretty much the important thing, you need to like charge your Cyrene ult as fast as possible, right?
It means the more Mimo sprites you have on your team, the more future is going to be given, which is going to be giving you more recollection per Cyrene turn. Now, unfortunately, summons cannot gain future, so
that is the thing, yeah.
Rest in peace, Lightning Lord, Fu Yuan, Nambi, all these non-Amphoria stuff, you know.
Bye-bye, so rest in peace.
Which is why Hyacinth is so good with Cyrene, which is going to be the undisputable best in store sustain with pretty much any Cyrene.
I like this meme, dude.
And then lastly for technique,
oh my god,
don't worry about it, just use it. You get a field and you start to go to a wedding, and yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's me. Her ult is the most important in her kit, yeah.
To the Mimo Sprite kit, it is going to be mainly focused on exclusive support, which is going to be
which is also the exclusive buff for the Chrysos hairs.
Explained earlier on, so refer to the table above. And there's going to be dealing on AoE damage as well as 24% max HP buff, as well as Dispel. All crowd controls the moment you summon Cyrene's Mimo Sprite. And then jump into our major traces. Your child remembers is pretty much where it makes Ika as well as any remembrance unit very, very good, because the future will not disappear and you're always going to be giving you the additional points for recollection to Cyrene. And for ripples across time, it makes it even more important to run a multiple remembrance team with Cyrene and ensure 6 stacks at the start of the battle. Otherwise, it would take almost an entire cycle to 24 stacks, which is going to be seen from a couple of our examples.
I see.
And then lastly, causality in trichotomy. It grants you a team-wide 20% damage buff, as well as a personal ice rest pen for Cyrene.
Ice rest pen too.
180. So generally speaking,
by 2%.
All Cyrenish should be hitting at a bare minimum 180 speed, but ideally you do want to get out of 200 speed to get 3
ideal speed is 200 speed, yeah.
Generally speaking, if you want to get the maximum ice rest pen, it is almost impossible to get 240 speed Cyrene unless you have an E2 Hyacinth, which is going to be for your will indulgence. And then for minor tracers, 37.3% crit damage, 9 speed as well as 10% HP. Exceptional. And for skill line priority, Mimo's exclusive is
I'm going to farm for all of it, so I don't care.
Mass level Mimos are exclusive.
You need to max them all out eventually. So
what about skill, talent, Mimos by talent, ultimate, basic, and Mimos by skill. But generally speaking, you can just hit everything except for her basic. Then jumping on to the signature light cone, increase your wear speed by 18% and you gain up to a pretty much 10% damage taken, which is gonna be on vulnerability.
I need to pull her light cone too.
Increase of 16%. Buffing.
Oh my gosh, she looks so pretty in this light cone too.
If they're both gonna be active at the same time. This is gonna be roughly 6 more speed.
Oh yeah, this is like 6 more speed, but it works well though.
Then D Herdas.
Oh yeah, I also need to get Hyacinth's Icon too. Oh my god.
Use the Herdas store S5 on extra Hyacinth S1 because Hyacinth is pretty much going to be working with Cyrene all the time. So unless you have 2 Hyacinth S1, it's pretty much not going to be possible. And aside from the speed, her own S1 does give quite a decent amount of additional damage, which is up to 16% damage vulnerability and 25.6% crit damage buff, which is pretty much going to be permanent the moment her ultimate is activated, because you can activate your other teammate's ultimate, gaining story and instantly letting go of your movement strike skill, which then procs both buffs at the same time.
I see.
So generally speaking, as long as you have enough speed on Cyrene, the damage bonuses are going to be secondary to her entire build as a whole, which is why this S1 is not going to be as crazy compared to the previous Elecos we've seen in the game so far. And for Relics, her build is honestly super simple. You want a bare minimum 180 speed from the 20% damage boost, but ideally, like I mentioned, you do want to hit the 200 speed effective, so
yeah,
you can
200
get
speed.
3 actions on the very first wave to get 3 Cyrene skill procs, which can then get you the 24 stacks to cast your ultimate on the very first wave. This is also going to be inclusive of when I was using final without higher scene, which is the only way I was able to get my final ultimate up in due time, and that is going to be killing the 200 speed. So other than that, you can go for either a little bit more damage or a little bit more buffs with your support. So for a set bonus, you can use the highest damaging piece, and that's going to be the World Remaking Deliver, pretty much an Evernight piece for maximum damage, but you can always go for a Rainbow 2+2+2 speed piece to max out your 200 effective speed in combat. So
also can go by 2
F1,
by 2 speed.
Like will ideally want to hit all 3 sets of speeds 2 piece in order to hit 200 speed. Other than that, for actual 2 piece, you can take a look at the Amphora's Eternal Land, which is going to be the brand new 2 piece plan that's going to come out in version 3.7. Increase 8% crit rate as well as team-wide 8% speed for the entire Mimo Sprite the moment you cast your ultimate. Now keep in mind, this is only after the Wearer's Memory Sprite is going to be on the field, so you're not able to gain this 8% speed buff immediately when you enter the battle, which is why if your Cyrene is not hitting 200 speed on the character screen, you're probably not hitting 200 speed effective in battle unless you want to use like a Run May or you want to use the DDD, but you know, those are going to be out of the equation, right? So it does help us stack on 50% crit rate and guarantee a personal DPS while having a team-wide 8% speed buff after you cast your ultimate. Otherwise, you can use any of the 2B support sets, or Vulnerate is also going to be notably useful to reduce the speed threshold to 173.4 for 200 effective. And then for your main stats and substats, it's super easy.
Okay, the main stat is the crit damage on the chest, speed on the legs, ice damage or HP on the orb, and the HP on the rope.
Body, speed boots, ice damage, sphere, or HP.
Substats. speed, and more, and even more speed. You just need speed on the like substats. Yeah, I get it. So I need to prepare for that. I see.
Roll, and for subsets, you're going to be speed, and more speed. So no ER rope reload because you're going to be using recollection. Speed boots, very self-explanatory. Crit damage body because you have a built-in 50% crit rate, and ice damage sphere for more damage, or you can use the HP percentage body yourself, and then you're always going to be running your HP rope. You can consider the HP percentage sphere if you have a very good speed stuff, or you want to give casuals a little bit more new butt charges. And with that, we're pretty much going to jump into our Eidolons, and this is going to be one of the most interesting topics we've seen in our entire life. E2 Cyrene right here, right?
E2 Cyrene.
Let's just first take a look at her E1. It pretty much allows your rotation to be faster after you cast your very first out.
Wait, triggers? Gains another 6 points.
Allowing for a much faster clear speed as well as your additional DPS. So this will improve your post-ultimate rotation for Cyrene to add 1 more buff to units like Anexa, Mighty High Silence, or even the higher scene to upgrade your own rotation. Or you can simply let Cyrene activate your own basic after you cast her ultimate. This is not going to be as important for teams who cannot generate recollection stacks as quickly, but it is going to be a decent personal damage increase for your casters and allied teams when you can spam Cyrene's own personal damage output. So generally speaking, this E1 is honestly not that impressive. And now finally, the E2
The E2 of all time.
Oh, 18 stacks of
Oh,
recollection
what? Wait, what? 18 stacks?
right at the start of battle.
18 stacks at the start of the battle, right?
Another true damage buff that goes up to 24% for a total of 48%.
Whoa! We might actually need to get an E2 to...
True damage buff. Holy. This literally changes everything by light. So this is going to be the infamous E2. Now on paper, this looks absolutely insane, and I am gonna sound a little bit crazy, but this Eidolon is actually not as perfect as it looks on paper, right? So if you want to just translate it and you take a step back and just calm down a little, this is essentially a 2-piece Vonwek for Cyrene's
2-piece Vonwek.
Cyrene's ultimate with roughly 20% final damage increase for the additional out of 24% multiplier on your true damage. So compare this to your other DPS E2s, they are usually at least a 50% final damage increase, such as for example your Final Casuals and D Herd Up. Even for your supports, you get roughly those final 20% damage increase at their E1s, which can be seen from your E1 Tribi as well as E1 Robin, or Cyrene's E1 pales in comparison with these supports. So for almost the entire player base, if you do not care about getting Cyrene's ultimate immediately or within 0 cycle, Cyrene's damage ramp up the moment you have your ultimate. So you're usually saving around roughly 60 to 75 action value worth between each teammate with her E2 and with her E0. The moment you get Cyrene's ultimate at either your first cycle or the second cycle, everything else behind will happen very, very naturally with almost no change whatsoever. Her playstyle is pretty much going to be the exact same the moment you get her ultimate. Now, the biggest reason why this E2 is deemed so good and game-changing to so many people is because every other support we've had, they pretty much always have their ultimates ready on the very first action. So this allows Cyrene to get her ultimate in a reasonable amount of action value, notably the slowest one being Fight On. But Cyrene's ultimate is already so good on its own that even with a delayed ultimate, the triple full out refund and the various benefits is more than enough for every single team I've tested today in this entire video. Now, I would say that this would change a lot for you if you need Cyrene to work with every single Chrysos heir at a similar caliber to your Castoris and Remembrance flagship. But if you're okay with Cyrene being less synergistic than others, I don't really see a reason to get this over, let's just say, a version 4 archetype in the future.
We
so
could
if
save
damage is
this
gonna
for
be a concern, E2 your main DPS first before getting the E2 Cyrene. And if Convert is gonna be your main concern, then take a look at what DPS are you actually using her with to determine if this additional 2 cost is more worth it on your Cyrene or more worth it on your main DPS. Alright, so that's gonna be the E2. And now we're gonna jump into the E4, pretty much increase the personal damage up to 144%. Very nice as a sub DPS going to main DPS territory, which is gonna be coming into her E6, right? So you pretty much get a 100% action very advanced.
Whoa, that's Robin there.
From version 2 actually built into the ultimate, and it gives 20% defense down and another built-in.
Whoa, 20% down.
So absolutely insane. Oh my god, crazy. But I haven't seen this easy as myself. I'll wait until the live server. So that's pretty much it. So at this point of the video, should you get an E1, should you get an S1, or should you even get E2 Cyrene? So if you cannot get an E2, assuming you can only get one cost, then E0 S0 Cyrene with Herda Starlight.
Oh, wait, what? It's fine.
Now that being said,
so I can like save a lot strategies. If I go with E0 S1, you want legitimately transform her into different units for some Chrysos, to really make her a BIS for any character. But I don't really have any Chrysos here, right? So definitely I'm not going to get for E2, but I think if I can, I will definitely get. So
E2 does make her a lot more accessible to a lot of different units, especially for the slower activation at start.
I see. Yeah, Pink Jesus, after welcome back.
Pretty much gonna be allowing your E2 Cyrene to be a definitive best in slot support for pretty much.
So E0 S0 is fine.
Whatsoever.
So I just need to get Cyrene.
Works very, very well, especially if you're purely talking about in terms of damage output. Now I do want to stress again, just because the unit's E2 is strong, it doesn't mean that E0 is weak, and we can see a performance in a team segment later on. So I'll personally either go for E0 S0 or go for the E2 S0, and if there's any extra pools you have left over and you really want the S1, then go for the E2 S1.
So it's either I get for E2 S0 or either I go for E2 S1, right?
So this part of the video is pretty much gonna be where all of my research has gone into it. I'm not even sure I don't think I've slept in like the past like 16 hours, so this will be very, very long. Once again, please, if you like this video, if you think this was helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and thoughts and prayers for me as well as my editor editing this in the future, right? So we spend way too much time cooking as well as analyzing literally every single Chrysos hair as well as
that is a lot of work. That's a lot of work
to bring you this segment today. So everything I'm gonna be doing over here is gonna be a full E0 S1 against MOC 12 manually for every single team before Cyrene and after Cyrene, and I'll be splitting this into the main DPS archetypes and their respective playstyles. And for the sake of consistency, I will only be running this against Flame Weaver MOC 12 for every single team. So some teams will definitely perform a lot better than others by default, simply because of the environment. Now, PS, for relics on our test today, it'll be worse than usual because I'm not crafting 84 different pieces for like all the different 12 different team comps. So that's gonna be that, right? So first things first, that is gonna be jumping into our Castoris. Best of the best, Remembrance flagship. You can pretty much call this the team of version 3. The buffs will be permanently on Arena and Castoris, then spam Cyrene's own movement sprite attack, or you can give it to Hyacinth herself. The additional damage multipliers on the dragon, they are usually not worth saving up to 200%, but against a single target environment, this is a multiplier in 40% to 100. Whoa.
That's a major buff right there, dude.
12% per tick,
Oh
which is
my god.
2.8 times more damage on a single target. So aside from this kind of scenarios, as you can see over here, like Sam, it is always almost better to use your pullouts as frequently as possible unless you're up against single target, right? Aside from that, this is also going to be giving us the highest regulation generation in the entire game and reduce the speed requirement on Cyrene to hit roughly 180-ish because you're definitely going to be generating enough stacks for your ultimate. That being said, more speed for Cyrene is going to be more ice red spend, which can then stack on substantially for personal DPS in this team, given how quickly she actually gets a regulation herself. I've also tested Cyrene against the upcoming MOC 12, which is going to be our Sam after our refresh, which is the dreaded anti-heal unit. But I was still able to clear this in one cycle dispatch if you are going to be able to use a 200% multiplier dragon. If you did not use 200% dragon and you only use your dragon as quickly as possible, then it's going to be a 2-cycle dispatch, which is also why I wanted to show this case to show
Ping
the
Jesus,
scenarios which
Ping
can actually
Jesus.
save up for the 200% dragon itself. So if version 4 shows an even more anti-castress boss or anti-heal boss, we'll see how it goes by then in the future. For the ultimate usage, after your first 2 casts on Evelyn as well as castress, you can give Hyacinth 24 energy to funnel even more Nuba, or you can just simply attack with Cyrene herself. Now this is not fully tested, but you could theoretically try a HP rope on Hyacinth, then perma funnel energy with Cyrene because the regulation generation is so much higher, and an HP Hyacinth will then give even more Nuba to
Ooh,
castress.
wait a minute. Not fully tested, but you could try a HP roll on Hyacinth and perma funnel energy with Cyrene. Since the recollection generation is so much higher, and HP Hyacinth will give more new, but I see.
Higher effective HP with Hyacinth herself. Now I personally went for the attack more frequently unless Hyacinth needed that little bit more energy to cast the ultimate, so that is gonna be there for Castress. Then moving on, there is gonna be your main DPS Evanite. It's gonna be a slight alternative to Castress using RMC to replace over here. Also an extremely fast red collection generation, but the overall damage is not gonna be as high as Castress' main DPS since we're basically using a 0 cost RMC. Between E0 Tribi as well as Cyrene, virtually that's pretty much not gonna.
RMC gets another update similar to HMC. I see.
Be a single difference for main DPS Evernight, so E1 Tribi can definitely outscale over here. But that being said, when RMC gets another update similar to HMC, then this team will pretty much collapse. So unless you really like Evernight as a main DPS, you can run Tribi and Cyrene at the same team in the future for this specific setup. For ultimate usage, it's the exact same as Castress, immediately then use Cyrene's personal damage to funnel even more for the clear cycle. Then at this point, I was saying something about Tribi, and since Tribi is not main DPS, I just want to clear the comparison between Cyrene as well as Tribi is a very interesting topic because it is definitely going to be an upgrade for characters you can see from the cycle clear over here. But I do want to make another special dedicated video to just for that E1 Tribi against a E0 Cyrene. So for that, look forward in the future. Up next, and that is gonna be our Aglea. Now, Aglea is actually an extremely good improvement over her old version 2.0 team of Robin, Sunday, as well as Huan Huan. So Cyrene is basically gonna act as Sunday and Huan Huan combined into one, and it's okay to let go of Supreme State because you can instantly get back to 6 out of 6 with Cyrene from the gameplay over here. The ultimate usage is when Cyrene just exits her Supreme stance in order to ensure 100% uptime on your 6 out of 6 Garment Maker stacks, and other than that, you can pretty much give the access to Cyrene for her own attack. The damage output from this can be derived from the Tribi Hyacinth combo or even Cypher for the potential 20% defense down and patron stacking. Other than that, Aglea works very well with Cyrene, especially if you have been using Aglea with the Robin Sunday Huawei team ever since version 2. Moving to Mighty, this is going to be an extremely good improvement over Sunday, considering that Flame Reaver is not going to be a good matchup for Mighty in the first place, and you will almost definitely run him in the second half against the Judge of Oblivion. Now, this is going to be very similar to Aglea, where Cyrene basically acts as a Sunday, but instead of just an action value advance, she gives Mighty a free God Slayer for no charge with a 200% crit damage buff.
I see.
So if you want to compare this to action values and Sunday itself, you can see that you might be able to get an extra turn Sunday as well as a little bit more energy, but it is a much slower God Slayer time because every single time Mighty takes action, it is only roughly 25-ish charge at E0 S1. So if you compare this to an entire 150 charge God Slayer, you can see why the improvement of Mighty, it was so much more substantial when I'm going to be using Cyrene over, for example, Sunday. But I do have a bonus here, which is you can actually time a triple Mighty charge. So triple
Mighty charge,
where essentially try to time his charge to hit 100% 250 outside of its own turn, alongside with Ceredra's 6 out of 6 charge for herself. So it's going to be roughly strong over here. The 4th skill at that point was just going to be its own turn, but generally this is a very nice usage, especially if you're thinking about 0 cycles, running both Ceredra, Tribi, and Cyrene for a sustained run in the future. That being said, for most cases, I wouldn't worry about getting Ceredra with Mighty because this is a very niche interaction, and most Mighty mains probably wouldn't have put Ceredra in the first place to improve their Mighty team comps because she buff attack on service level. So this is why Tribi is going to be a very good suitor for pretty much all content alongside with Cyrene, where she will then fully replace Sunday. For the ultimate usage, it's very straightforward. Just go Ceredra and then basically just keep tuning.
Interesting.
And then moving on to the next one, and that's going to be our man Nexa. Exceptional performance, easily replaces Sunday with incredible damage, additional turn, energy, as well as +1 skill point. Now, 2 cycle was obtained with Ceredra against Flame Reaver, which has a 1 cycle slower than Tribi. But that being said, I am more issue clearing the clones, and Tribi is just going to be that much better compared to Ceredra, specific to Flame Reaver. Other than that, if we're going to be up against a single target environment, then Ceredra would definitely be a lot better compared to specific team comp. For your ultimate usage, after you give Ceredra your ultimate, time Cyrene's ultimate to Nexa as if you're going to be playing her ultimate like a Sunday skill, right? Immediately after Nexa takes action to gain the maximum action value. You can consider running Nexa on 4-piece Eagle for even more speed because
Nexa on 4-piece Eagle, that's a good thinking.
Which he previously was with Sunday. And moving on to Hyacinth. Now, Hyacinth is actually the only one that virtually had no change between the old and new teams. Well done, Kafka. Absolute unit. Absolute cinema from version 1. The regulation stacks for Kafka with Cyrene is simply too slow. I cannot even hit 24 stacks within wave 1 to 0 cycle. And this was the only team that failed to do so, and not even Final himself.
Yeah.
So without Kafka, if you want to run Cyrene with, like, for example, Tribi and Hyacinth, you can functionally make Hyacinth her own Kafka using Cyrene's ultimate. But due to the slower recollection on Hyacinth and Tribi or Cypher, it is not fast enough to warrant an upgrade over your
I
own
see.
Kafka. If you're thinking about pulling for Cyrene just to upgrade Hyacinth, I personally would not go down this route. The outright usage, you can cave it to either Cypher or Tribi first, then all in Hyacinth. Ideally, right when Hyacinth's turn is starting and far away from an energy bar to ensure the highest amount of energy you can obtain to use our ultimate as well as a DOT trigger every single time. And for Cypher is not really going to be a main DPS, but I thought it was a very special mention. We basically managed to get a 2 cycle with Agalea and 3 cycle with Hyacinth while we ran with Hyacinth as well as Cyrene. Now, this is mostly a side grade option if you do not have Tribi. Cypher herself isn't built for the Chrysos Hair main DPS in the first place because her role was mostly to bring back your version 2 units such as Aggro and Phase Out to a version 3 power level. You could see some use with Archer. By the end of the day, Aggron, Phase Out, and Archer, none of them are going to be functioning with Cyrene. So while the buffs are really good at a permanent 20% defense down, it is not strong enough to justify anyone pulling for Cypher as a version 3 upgrade. And if you have put for Cypher for a version 2 upgrade back then Cyrene wouldn't be part of your considerations as well. So for ultimate usage, immediately once on Cypher and then either Agalea or Hyacinth as always. And with that, we're going to be talking about the final unit in the entire room, and that is going to be the Finon main DPS team. So the man who got NTR'd by RMC from the skin over there, Mr. Castellana.
Mr. Castellana got NTR'd.
Going in with this team, I was fully expecting to have one of the worst performance I've ever seen HSR with Cyrene, only to be completely surprised when I cleared faster than the Sunday team while on a DHPD sustain. So Finon and Cyrene, it poses a very interesting topic of the ultimate ramp up time versus the actual damage after you get her ultimate. It is almost like playing Cyrene with a backloaded support kit similar to Qingyuan and Lightning Lord, except that once you bring up Cyrene's ultimate, Finon's damage goes up considerably higher, especially the longer the fight drags on. So if you're looking for a 0 cycle clear for Finon, then yes, Cyrene changes almost nothing for Finon because you are going to be aiming to do all the damage you need within 250 action value for wave 1 and wave 2. However, the issue wasn't Cyrene's slower ultimate, which it is after the first ultimate without Cyrene, the lost damage from a Sunday Ceredra team would have far exceeded Finon slamming Meteors permanently with Cyrene. In a sense, Cyrene is like the perfect hedge against HP inflation for Finon mains because the biggest concern I have for Finon right now is with stronger enemies, Finon can no longer dispatch them within 1 or 2 ultimates in endgame content. And in that scenario, every single time Final exits the ultimate stage, the damage falls off drastically, very, very noticeable from the 3rd cycle onwards, and then the E0 Air0 Cyrene is a very low, cheap, and safe option for Final to replace your Sunday. And I would say cost for cost, if you really, really want to take it 2 costs or higher, then going for the E2 Final will be an excellent upgrade before E2 Cyrene. Now, as I've mentioned, Cyrene's E2 does not actually increase your damage by that much in the long term. It is more so to get Final's ultimate as fast as possible, but in the grand scheme of things in action value and endgame content, it is not gonna be a super big difference, especially if you don't care about 0 cycles. There's also a way to play Final sustainless using RMC over DHPD, but I would not recommend this because 1, it was actually not faster than DHPD due to the Soul Dragon AoE attacks as well as the attack buffs, which help us clear flame readers a lot more efficiently compared to RMC. And second of all, this is pretty much impossible for any high pressure content, especially like Anomaly Arbitration at a E0 baseline. So your ultimate usage is just gonna be using on Cervijo and Phanon, and that is pretty much it. So in summary, outside of Hyacinth and Cypher, every single Chrysos hair would have a considerable amount of upgrade, with Casuous and Remembrance Flagship being the biggest winner of them all. For the support slot, I would say that Cyrene is extremely reliant on the stat generation provided by Hyacinth, which is pretty much
Casuous is the winner of the best team for
except DHPD with some specific units, namely gonna be Final. So I would say before you even get yourself the Cyrene, before you even think if Cyrene is gonna bring up your team, what DPS do you have, and do you have Hyacinth? If you do not have Hyacinth and you have been using a DHPD to sustain, or your other team for Casuals you have been using a Gallagher, please get Hyacinth first, and only after that
I have Hyacinth.
Cyrene is gonna be an additional upgrade to your entire team, because let's be real, at the end of the day, Cyrene only buffs these exact DPS for Forest, and that is pretty much it. So before you make this commitment, make sure you already have the foundation set up, then you can use Cyrene to take your entire Forest team to the next level.
So I have 3B, I have DHPD, I have Phanon, I have Hyacinth, I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the Chrysos hairs. I think I could make a team for it.
I will now showcase all endgame content running the Remembrance Flagship team and just generally talk about how they did as well as my future expectations, or E0 as well on full auto, right? So for Memory of Chaos, I generally prefer attacks on Cyrene with more energy on Hyacinth for raw damage output, especially if your Cyrene has a very good crit ratio and high speed. Sometimes I do cast Cyrene's ultimate for
prefer attacks on Cyrene more than energy on Hyacinth. I see.
Hyacinth for a little bit more extra energy, but it will depend on the environment. Also, remember to charge your Casual's new buff depending on the scenario. 200% was very good for enemies single target boss like Sam, where we literally clear an entire cycle faster. Other than that, having your Prologues up as fast as possible for all of this AoE content is gonna be a lot better. Evelyn and Casual's mechanic is pretty much the exact same. Check out their guides in my entire channel to see how you actually use them, because there's pretty much nothing else new from Cyrene. It doesn't change the way you play, you just give a lot more damage and a lot more utility. You're going to be charging your entire rotation a lot faster.
I see.
And for Pure Vision, this is honestly super easy, no sweat at all.
No sweat.
Cyrene attacks mob extremely well here, far more damage than Tribi actually at E0. And Tribi will still be perfect for your second team, whatever the DPS is going to be. So once you do get Cyrene, your Pure Vision object is going to be looking extremely nice if you are going to run the Remembrance Flagship. And for Tribi, you can actually give it to D Herda as well as a next on the second half, and you're pretty much going to have zero issues when it comes to Pure Vision whatsoever. And for Able Shadows, there's pretty much also nothing to say. The more shield buff will have a higher score. It is what it is. 3700 versus 3600 against the Giantess boss. And all other mechanics is going to be the exact same as mentioned before.
I see.
As well as Pure Fiction. Now at this point, I'm just going to be wrapping up my entire video with my future prospect of Cyrene and what I thought about her after I spent I think I have not left this room for more than okay, I don't even want to think about it, but it has been a very long time. I spent a lot of time playing Cyrene because I know a lot of players are thinking that Cyrene has been said to be like one of the worst units in HLS history. She's so bad, nobody should pull her, nobody should skip her. I feel like at the end of the day, Cyrene's placement as a whole is not too much different if you're gonna be playing that team, that DPS, and you're looking of what are ways that I can pull a support to make my current team better? Because the argument for Cyrene stands, which is if you want to save up for a version 4 team comp, then Cyrene is not going to be doing anything for version 4, right? Assuming that we're not going to be getting any Chrysos tests in version 4. So that's a completely valid criticism. It's like criticizing Cyrene for being racist against everyone else.
Racist.
But a criticism
being racist
for the Chrysos hairs, this personally I don't think it stands. Cyrene is definitely a very exclusive support, only limited to the DPS from this version, but going forward into the future, the exact same question can honestly be posed to any DPS out there. So for example, if you have already invested into a Phynon or in Caster's team as of right now in version 3, the moment version 4 rolls around, whether or not they add even more supports to make your Caster's or Phynon stronger, that's gonna be out of version 4. Your DPS as a whole, it will not change because you yourself as a player have already invested the cost, the strategies, the Lycons, the playing, right? Even your feel, if you really like casters and Phynon, you have already put these resources in version 3. So you would have, I would say, a good amount of cost investments in terms of strategies into this comp before version 4 even came around. So let's just say in this scenario where you pulled for your casters team, right? You want to skip out on Cyrene because you have an E1 tree, all that kind of stuff, and you want to prepare for a version 4 team and get ready for the version 4 archetype. I think that's completely valid. Just know, do not get baited by the same thing, which is you pull for DPS, and do not pull for any vertical investment because the exact same problem will happen for any DPS. It doesn't matter if it's version 4, doesn't matter if it's version 3, any DPS will face this exact same issue, and Cyrene or not will not change that. However, if you're thinking to yourself, okay, I am going to be pulling for Caster's, I'm going to be pulling and committing for Caster's, I want to bring my Caster's team into version 4, and now I'm contemplating, should I get an E1 Tribi or should I get an E0 Cyrene? Should I get an E2 Caster's or should I get an S1 Hyacinth? Are all these better or worse compared to the pool value I'm getting from Cyrene? This is a question where I would say Cyrene as a whole offers the highest amount of upgrade to Caster's team, but for other teams like your Maide, your Nexa, your Phynon, your Aglaia, all these different units, if you're a player that has already been using these units and you initially intended to bring these units into version 4, then getting Cyrene is going to be a for sure guaranteed upgrade for your Cryos hairs. Keep in mind, just for Cryos hairs. Because if you do not pull for Cyrene and then you go into version 4 without the Cyrene upgrade, the moment you start to feel like, okay, wait, what happened to my Aglaia? What happened to my Maide? What happened to my Phynon? What happened to all of my version 3 DPS? They are definitely gonna be feeling worse because you missed out on a vertical investment for Cyrene, and this is gonna be the same for any DPS, for your Aircron, for Facial, for Super 8, for Firefly, for any DPS HSR. The moment you missed out on a vertical investment for that specific archetype,
Vertical investment.
Niche, why? If they have a future value for the other DPS, because the cost you've invested for your set DPS today has already been there. Right? So I hope that this sort of makes sense as to whether or not should you even get Cyrene, because I can say with absolute certainty, Cyrene getting hated because she is niche to Cryos hairs, 100% valid. But Cyrene should not be hated because she is mid and she does nothing at E0, because she does upgrade pretty much every single Cryos hair team except for maybe Hyacinth's DOT. Now, speaking of Caster's, I also noticed that a lot of players are thinking, you know, the shielding environment is going to go away, right? Your shielding environment for a current version 3 is going to go away, and all of the version 3 DPS are inevitably going to fall off in version 4.
My phone just rang.
Putting for Cyrene if your version 3 is going to fall off anyways. My question to these players who are saying this sentiment is, if you are going to skip Cyrene, can you prevent your version 3 investments from falling off? You get what I'm saying? It's like, if you already are going to be using your version 3 units, you have invested in like 7, 8, 9 costs into your version 3, and your logic is, okay, going into version 4, they are going to fall off because the shield environments are no longer going to be there. So in order to save costs, I should stop investing in Cyrene and just pivot into version 4 as quickly as possible. But the thing is, you have already invested those 8 and 9 costs for version 3. So if you are going to be starting a fresh team from scratch in version 4, you are going to be starting from a 1 cost team all the way at the start until you eventually pull their relative supports over and over and over again. And I feel like this sentiment, it can kind of be traced back to version 2, where even till this day, version 2 DPS like Firefly and Aircron, even Facial, they are still clearing version 3 content, even though the shield environment for them is long gone, right? But the only ways that these older version DPS can actually still clear content is because these players have made the vertical investments for these respective DPSs back then, so that they can keep up with the time. There's also a reason why Cypher was released in version 3 to even make all these DPS work better in version 3, right? And Cyrene is going to be no exception. She will make a Cryos hair DPS stronger, granted the strongest is going to be Caster's, and if you're thinking of bring any of your Cryos hair DPS, especially if you invest a lot of cost, then this is going to be a pretty straightforward answer if you know for a fact you are using them in version 4. And also on Caster's note, I do want to say the HP shield boss, or rather the anti-HP shield boss, we're going to be Sam. It was not as bad as I imagined. I still basically brute forced my way entirely with Cyrene, clearing in a one cycle dispatch. So I kind of want to see what other different archetypes and variants, first of all, can come up to really hone in the shield.
Yeah, so true, so true.
Against your HP skill and defense, right? So that's going to be that. Right, so those are going to be my personal experiences. Let me know what you guys in the comments below. Should you be getting Cyrene for your account? If you have any questions, leave it down below.
Alright. If you have any questions.
And with that, we've finally come to the end of what
I think I could like make a comment like how if I could wonder if I could like pair it.
Much one of my most intensive, longest, most research early access video I've done in a very long time. Word of the day is gonna be cinema. I'll be looking forward to the comment section. Join to the Discord, both of them all gamer subs.
Alright, I have a question, right? So if I had wait. Oh my god, this is a peak outro, by the way. If I don't have Bronya, if I don't have Cyrene for final, and no Evernight for Casters, should I still invest in Cyrene? Wait, you know what? I'm not going to say about final. I'm just going to say about no Evernight for Casters. Have no Evernight vocabulary. Let's try asking this guy. Let's see if he will actually respond to this, you know, or people will actually respond. If I don't have Evernight vocabulary, what should I still invest for Cyrene? This is a good there we go. Much more appropriate. Right, so we have finished watching about this, right? So anyways, go to my game, start Honkai Star Rail. Time to do some dailies on Honkai Star Rail, dude. Oh my god. So now I know like more information about Cyrene now. So kind of a Honkai Star Rail. There we go. Go start the game. Ah, there's no BGM. Okay, let me just turn on some BGM. Right. Alright. Anyways, let's do our dailies. Farm for Cyrene. Yeah, I don't really have a Cyrene, so I think I'm a bit cooked over here. And I also need to like farm for like where's the E6? E6 final. There we go. So I'm definitely going to, if I'm getting Cyrene right, I'm definitely going for the going for Castaways team. So I think I'm good. But I'm not sure if I should still invest in her. I'm just going to do it anyway, you know, because I love her so much. My first waifu, by the way. I was just going to get her anyways, but I'm not sure how to like work without Aeronite. So yeah. Yeah, that could actually work. Damn. So next patch, the Trailblazer is getting a bit rework on the kit. So yeah. Skill, hold. Alright, hold here. There we go. E6 final is so fun to use. You just cheated. Interesting. Let me just switch this into other one. Which is another one. Oh my god, the chat here is not working. So I didn't saw the chat. Oh my god. The first time hearing. Awuga, still don't give her $300. Ah yes, big buff man. No, I will still give her 300. I'm not sure if I can get it, but whatever. But first time hearing vertical investment. Vertical investment is like oh my god, the chat on my phone didn't work earlier, so I did not see your guys' chat. Oh my god, how could this happen? So, anyways, let me just go find a BGM for this. I still need her. Not sure if I can get the money, but whatever. Oh, this one, yeah. Yes, I am. You're not stopping me. You're not stopping me. I'm letting my inner demons running around, right? You can't stop me. You can't stop me. I have already decided. Oh, okay. The phone just fell. Interesting. Basic. Going above. I'm going to do a live stream and well on stream. You just go, I'm joking. I don't think I can. I'm going to do a well stream. Yeah. I'm going to do a pulling stream. Just you wait. There we go. 24 left. First time hearing vertical investment. So vertical investment is like invest in the characters that you have with the current meta, you know. Like a new unit size like show up and it's like the dedicated support for the units that you have. That's what we are the term vertical investment. There we go, easy. There you go. Easy farming, right? Easy farming. Alright, there we go. We did our farming session. Let's see what we should do in Honkai Star today, right? So oh my god, I just like how Final is just standing there. I really just like how Final is just standing there without anything happened to. Oh my god, we know damn well what happened recently, but what the dude is just standing there chilling. I had no idea what he's doing. I will scam you again. You cannot scam me, bro. You can't scam me. You can't. You scammer. Hang on, let me just see why. Bro, why is the chat not showing? Wait, what? Why is the chat not showing? So I watch from my stream. I can like see you guys chat here. You know what? I'll do it like this so I can see you guys properly. Tech support, we need you. We need tech support. Tech support alarm. Okay, there we go. I hope it works now. Let's see. How many days left until Cyrene? Let's see. Oh wait, what's going on with my internet? What's going on with my internet? What is going on with my internet? It's doing quite well though. What is wrong with this game? Oh, yeah, it's a bit problem because I use a VPN for this server. Disconnected from server. Please log in again. I got disconnected, I see. But something is not wrong though. My internet is not broken or something. There we go. Yeah. We're back. Let's see. How long until Cyrene's? She's coming in 6 days. Oh my god. $28 pools. Damn, cooked. We can exchange this in like 2 days, 7 hours. So 28 plus 5. 28 plus 5. 34 pools. We have 34 pools. Ready for Cyrene? Let's see. Let me just go look at my map. Let me see if I need to do some map exploring. Need to do more. Yeah, we need to do this. I have no idea what's going on. Alright, let's go. Let me just switch my team real quick to my exploration team, which is this one. Bertha, show me the place of the treasures. This place. Treasure number 1 here. Treasure number 2 here. There's 2 treasures around here. I can smell it. I see the treasure. It's just right there. There we go. I'm dead. We need another one below. This one is below, so let's go down. There we go. There's a treasure here. There we go. And there's one there. There's nothing much here anymore, so let's go to that side, which is here. Treasure here. Alright. Oh, that's a treasure. There you go. Treasure. There you go. There's one treasure over here. There's one place over there. Let's go there. Oh wait, I got that. Wait, I need to get that. With that. There's a treasure right here in the corner. There's one treasure over here. There's a treasure over here. Get that hand. I see treasures. There's one coin of AMZ over here. I need to find 3 more. Where is the rest? Is it around here on the top somewhere? Oh. Oh, where is it? Too blind to see things. Oh, I found it. There's one more over there. 2 more. Where is it? Oh, there's one more up. There's one up there. I see it. Last one. Where is the last one? Let's see. Where's the last one? The precision, yeah. I'm grinding for more pulls. Right now, I'm trying to grind for more pulls by doing all this. Where's the last one? Wait, what? Eh? How many pulls left for the character? I think it's guaranteed, but now I'm still like grinding for the relic light cone. If I can. Like I'm like because like in 2 days you can like, do you remember on genders, right? If you remember on genders, you can like get like 3-5 rolls from the shop, right? So Honkai Star is resetting that in like 2 days. So we'll be able to get 5 more. What that hunt do though is pretty much it can destroy stuff, destroy obstacles, and you can fly around controlling it and gather the coins that you need. And if you gather enough the coins, you can get a chest, which just gives you some yeah, gives you the treasure and strategies, pretty much. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to like. Oh. Wait, what? Skip. Just possess bias. Just pass by and is going to say hi before going to bed. Good night, worm. Or fish fry, to be honest. Fish fry. Yeah, for the weapon. Oh, did we find all of it? Wait, did we find all of it? Disengage. Wait, I don't think we found all of it, right? Hang on. Go back and look around more to see. That's the last one. Oh, there's something up here. Oh, I found it. The last one. Let's see. Alright. There we go. Coins of Whimsy. And you get a premium chest, which is quite fun. There we go. Let's see. This is ass. You get 30 strategy for this. Wow. How am I supposed to get past here? But I did reverse the board to go over there though, so I should be able to get over there from this side. Yeah, there's a teleport thing. Yo, these are an advanced puzzle. I think this should be here, and then like this. There you go. Easy. And now we go back to that side with this here. Easy. This is so easy puzzle. Oh my god. I'm so good at this game. Hell, Honkai Star Rail. Stellar Jades. Oh, there's a chest down here. Let me just get that thing first. Whoa, it's going all the way up. Oh, from here. Right. Let's see. There we go. Get this. Where is it? There you go. Oh, right there. Got it. There you go. There you go. 5 strategies. Go down. Get the chest here. Oh my god, it's this guy again. Get out! Get out of here, dude. Oh my god. Okay, surely this isn't that hard. There you go. Oh my god, we are fighting this guy. Hiya, it is I, Emmy. Welcome back, Emmy. I like Honkai Star Rail, me too. Hell Honkai Star Rail, right? Hell Honkai Star Rail. Welcome, Emmy. Anyways, yeah, anyways. Grinding for Cyrene. I'm just grinding for Cyrene right now. Yeah. There we go. Ah, yes. Yeah. Beat this guy. Skip. Give me my jades. Yep. There we go. And we need to go to here. Space. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah. It's good to see you again. Here we go. Easy. Advanced puzzle. Let me get that treasure over there. So the map. The map. 24 to 26, which is a lot. Already found a lot of let me see. Where's the last one? Alright, I got it. The last one is right around here. Oh, there's something here. Do this. There you go. Easy. Jades. There should be a way for me to go to that side. Oh, it's you. Bruh. Not you again. Not you again. Please don't let me battle you again. Okay, good. There goes my last treasure. the map. Yep, 26 by 26. There we go. And we have this little bit. We go here. Where is it? There we go. I turn up this way. It's right below here. You can get the chest here. Most of the chest is right below, so we can get it. Easy, easy. Hey, easy. Oh. Wait, hang on. There you go. Chest right over here. And where's the next chest location at? This way. Just keep going straight after this. You need to get down. There we go. Let's go, the trailer. Where to next? Keep going again. To this side. How do I get to that side? Wait, what? Wait, what? Cosmic Feng Shui. Oh, it's like some sort of Chinese thing. Oh, it's right here. Okay, there's a chest over here. There we go. And where to next? There's a puzzle around here, so let's go to the puzzle. Which is by this way and that way. Go here next. All right. Bruh. Oh, so that's how you do it. Bruh. Bruh. There we go. Easy. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait. Wait, what? Wait. I was almost there. Hang on. This down. This. There we go. Yay, did it. Easy. Give me my 20 statutes. I rob. Okay, where's my treasure? Right up here. Where is it? Oh, right here. Spirit teeth, huh? I cannot really find them, so... Oh my god, is this... Oh wait, what? Let me just change my team. Nope, let's get our caster's team out. Where's my caster's? This one. There we go. Chilling. Oh yeah, I also need to get the... Oh my god, I just realized how many stuff we need to get again. Like basic attack. Okay. Basic attack. Ultimate. Skill. Skill. There we go. Dead. Oh, we found one of it. So we need to find the other ones. It's fine. We can like go to the next one. Yep, we got this. Do this. We already have it. On this already. Oh, we need this. We need to find this. How many pools did I got right now? Let me see. Oh, 4, 2, 1. Let's see. Exchange. I got 2 pools. Good. 30 pools now. Wow. I could save a lot. Let me just bring out my exploration team again. Yep, this one. Show me your location, chest. Okay, I need to go to that side first. Oops, sorry. There should be a chest around here. Oh, hey, it's you again. Chest around here. There's a puzzle around this corner. Yep. It's just a puzzle. Ah, this is easy as hell. Oh wait, hang on. There we go. Okay, where's the other? Just press E again, check around this corner. Okay, so we're going to this one. Jump. Chest should be around here. The chest. Where was it? Oh, it's locked behind the door. Aw. Wait. Okay, teleport to the side and go from here. What's the puzzle around? Oh, this. There we go. Try to grab it. Oh, there's a treasure. Not you again. Dang it. Stop. Oh, it's a love shape. Oh. Oh, hello, Jeb. Well, no, hello. Welcome to the stream. Didn't expect that. You'll find me here. Hello. There we go. Please don't tell me I'll fight this guy again. Let me just grab this and do this guy first. Skip. There we go. Nothing. Nothing. There we go. And where shall we go? Whoa! Someone subbed to the channel. Thank you for subbing the channel. Thank you, thank you. I was just watching some star edit recommendation. And it's YT just recommend me your channel. Wow, dude, thank you, YouTube though. Thankful to YouTube. Oh my god. YouTube has been helping me a lot with like viewers recently. How do I get down there? Oh, I might need to go back here, so backtrack. Backtrack here. There's a way for me to go down. Yep. Oh, there's a puzzle around here. We could solve it. Just need to find the right puzzle for this. What animation were you watching? Quite curious about it. interact. There we go. What is this even for? Ah, Akani's animation. I see. Ah, I see. There's a puzzle here. I think I've seen one of the animation before. I love the Honkai style people. They are very, very creative. What the hell is this? Right. Let's see. I should put this here. Put this here. Wait, what? I already solved it. Wait, what? Yeah, I use hints. Bruh. Okay, I do know how to solve this right now. So it's like this and then this down. Oh, there we go. I was quite confused for a bit, but hey, we did it. I did it. Hey, let's go. Oh my god, I got ambushed. Fuck. Oh my god, I hate stuff like this happens. Kill this guy. There we go. Oh my god, it's 2 waves. Oh god. Oh dang it. There you go. There we go. We got the treasure over here. Now where to next? Around here. Ah, it's around here. There we go. So where should I go? Is it on? Okay, I go left. Oh, is it this one? Oh wait, it's this one, right? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, there's a chest over here, which is... Alright, go straight over here. I knew it! I knew it! I knew he would pop up! I knew it! Oh my god. This guy's everywhere. So annoying. Give me back my treasure now. Get out of here. Where's... Right, here... Wait, is it... Oh, is this here? Okay, over here. So to go to this side, over around... Oh, I see it. Okay, there you go. There you go. More treasures! Where's the treasures? I don't see the signals. It's not showing. Wait, what? Oh, it's over here. It's at, like... How do I even get over there? Wait, over here. Where is the huge ass place now? Is it around here? Okay, so we can find a lot over here, so... There we go. Now this is a place that I can get a lot of jades here. Let me get over there. Oh, there's something over here. Wow. Okay, where to next? There's one on the top. Two on the top. So how do I even get up there? So I need to get to another side. So get this. Second floor. Get this. And there's one more on another side. Oh, there's one more here. So there's a way we can get to another side. Wait. Oh, there's nothing in the morning over here on the past. Okay, skip. Oh. So you can't go over here. Right. Turn right here. Bring up my vine on. Get get ready to kill here. There we go. Woods away. And get this. Radar, skill. There's one more at the below. Let's go to the below and get the easiest one, which is over here. This one over here. There we go. We got 3 of these now, so get to here. Jump. How do you even get up there? How do you even get up there? Hang on. Think. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. If I flip the book, right, there should be something over there. Oh, there's nothing over there. Weird. Wait a second. There's only 2 sides. How do I even get to that side then? I remember seeing a puzzle around here somewhere. Oh. Oh, I think I found it. Yep, it's right here. Oh my god, this is some interesting pictures we need to do here. Oh, there we go. Easy. There we go. We did it. Let's go. Where did it go? Oh my... Oh my god. There we go. Easy. Hang on, let me just go back down. Fix that. Wow, this was kind of silly. So to come all the way back again. I did some silly stuff. And you go back. Oh, can we? No, we cannot do that. Do it from here. Reverse. Reverse this. Reverse this. Go back. And I go back. Wait. I reverse this too. On reverses. And to this portal. Teleport to another side. And you attack from the side, it should break the blocks here. Yep. There's a puzzle around here. This puzzle should be easy. Right. Back. Go, go, go. Fall down. Down. Fall down. Go, 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 fall down. Go this side, that. There you go. Easy. I'm so smart at this game. There we go. Where to next? Definitely not here anymore. Where's the last 3 treasures? Wait, what? There's a puzzle around this corner, so... Oh! There's a hand thingy here you need to do too. Right. Show me the hand. Oh my god, I can obliterate them. This one. Or hit this, break that. It's a puzzle right there, and let's hunt for the coins of whimsy. I need to find 2 more around this corner. Punch this. Punch this. Wait. Punch this man. Punch all of them. Die. They are all wiped out. There we go. Where's the other 2 coins? Could be around here. Oh, there we go. Just need to find the last one. Nope, this is the limit. Where's the last one? And this is the last one. No, this is the. Oh, there we go. Found it. There we go. Treasure. I like this hand mechanic. It's quite fun. Very, very fun. And let's do this. And get this. Try to grab it. It flew to the top, so let's go to the top. Should be around here. If I go from this place, it should bring me up there. Wait, where did the puzzle go? I thought it was coming here. Wait, what? Weird. There we go. Got this. Let's go. Let's go to another map. You know what? Let's go to another map. Because there's really nothing I can find here. Pretty much max here, not here. So I'll do here. And let's check again how much we grinded. Alright, let's see how much. 830 pulls, and we can get 32 pulls here. So for each exploration you get a lot of pulls, which is 2 pulls, I guess. Whoa, that's a lot. Let's go to this. Oh, from another side. Not that. Okay, there we go. Oh, it was here before. I was here last stream. Yeah, I'm skipping this one because this is a bit complicated, so. Let's go to the vortex. Because we did have a... This should be maxed out. Yes, go! We maxed out. Finally! Took me a while. Pull this, one pull. Nothing. Kind of expected that, but sure. Edis Elisha. I need to finish this with like, oh my god, it's my wife. Are you seeing this? This is my wife. Oh my god. You are here. Wait, what? Interesting, new part. Cyrene. Nice. Let's go. We're going out on a date. Dating simulator. I smell weed. We should dress up like a trailblazer. Ah, be careful. Oh my god, the wheat field is our baby. Oh no way, look at me, this is me. No way, it's Kalos. Holy shit, let me take a picture of this one. Wait. Look, make this look insane. Save. There we go. Let's go find Cyrene again. There we go. Wait, don't skip. There we go. Seal Slammers. Whoa, it's you again. Interesting. Lonely Seal. There we go. Fast two seals. There we go. We did the mission for this one. Grab this. Get this. Get this. Done. Claim all. Achieved. Achievements. Get the jades. Give me your jades. 166 should be good. Whoa! What is this huge ass dinosaur here? Hang on, give me a second. Alright, I think I'm done with this game for now. I need to take a break. And I need to do with my work stuff, yeah. I need to take a break now. Thank you guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys later in a bit. I'm going to stream later, yeah. So, goodbye.